So welcome back, and I'm sure you're here for part 2 of me sharing my story about being raped consistently by my great uncle. Anyways, so I already created the context or the foundation for you to understand this type of environment or space that I was living in. So we're going to pick up from there. So with them going to the market, with both of them going to the market, they have to now have somewhere for us to stay, the CoComelons, for us to stay. So what they'll do is they'll leave us all over the place. And that is a true example of it takes a village, because it does take a village, right? So one sibling will be east, one west, one north, one south. No, I was staying at the house with the great uncle. Now, you might be wondering, okay, if he has done something so cruel, why do you refer to him as a great uncle? Because that's how he was seen. He was brilliant in some sense, and he was so intrigued or interested in us learning, and he took great interest especially in me, because at that time I was super smart. Like as a kid, I was very smart as a child. I don't know about now, but back then I was super smart. I was always reading, you know, I was so advanced. I was ahead of most of my peers. And so he took great interest in that. And so he's always having me spelling. He's always book. And my guardians, they were about the books. So that made sense, right? So, and he didn't just do it with me. He did it right across the board with all his nieces and nephews and whatever. But again, he took special interest in me. So they thought, I assumed, that it would be great for me to be with him, because then, you know, yeah, learning. They'll be sure that I'll be able to take my book over the weekend and so on whilst they're away. Which, that did happen, but more than that happened. So the house that I stayed at with this person had a shop attached to it. And the part that was the house had 1, 2, I think 3 steps, a veranda, and then when you enter, there's like a hall, and from the hall there's a door that takes